It's your girl Vina Love, and I'm here with the influential come up.
You have the more melodic ones who are making hits, like the A Boogies and Lil TJs.
Yeah. Like, you have, okay, for instance, like, and this is a shout out too. I know rappers, like, okay, this guy, Sleepy Hollow, he just put his album out. I heard like one song of his. Like, he had this song out with Chef G that was lit. And like, I never really heard of him. I never really looked into him. So one day I went to, like, I just happened to go to his release party. Like, I was out, I was in the area. I was like, all right, let me just pop up.
Yeah.
So I went, I met him. I saw like his videos and stuff. And then his album came out and I downloaded it. I listened to the album. I'm like, yo, this is so dope.
Facts.
Why is he not getting no attention?
Facts.
Aside from us being lyricists and having people like Davies and, you know, people of that sort who don't really get the attention that they deserve.
Yeah.
We're not supportive of each other. We don't push that kind of music anymore because we want to fit in with Atlanta and all of their trap music and how they do certain things. Like, so there's a lot of people who get overlooked, and he got bars, but he's not like Davies.
Yeah.
But he should be getting some kind of like way more attention than he is, and he's not. And there's a lot of artists that I know that are like that.
Nah,
same.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too, because nowadays it's like marketing is so important, you know, and it's about having that machine behind you. And it's like you're so involved in the industry, like, let's say for educational purposes, for other artists maybe watching this, like, what are some good ways when you're starting out to really get your name out there, you know?
For one, you have to have an image. Like, there has to be something that people tie to you. Like, okay, yeah, he's a rapper, but what else? Like, it's not like back in the days where all you had to do was rap and then the label come and build you up. Like, you gotta have that already. They're not doing artist development no more. Like, don't nobody wanna put that money out, and that's just that. So you have to have your style, and you don't have to be rich to have a style. Like, you go to the thrift shop and have fire beastie outfits. Like, you just gotta figure out who you are, really, and figure it out quick. Like, and brand it. Let people know, like, this is who I am, this is what I do, and you gotta have some type of talent. But if you're a hard worker, you're gonna figure, even if you're not talented, you're gonna figure it out. Like, you're gonna figure something out. Like, so it's really just having that drive, finding your image, and not being afraid of telling people who you are and what you do, and making people respect it.
What's a typical day like for Vina Love?
Either hot or cold. It's either really busy or not.
Chilling.
Like, it's like,
so what's a busy day like?
A busy day, okay, for example, we went to Philly to do like a press tour kind of situation, and I had like 4 interviews in one day. Now, I'm somewhere, we drive. We don't have a driver, so you don't know where you're going, you constantly looking at GPS, you getting lost everywhere, you hungry. I had to change my clothes 4 times for every interview. So I'm changing the car, changing at places, changing my hair. Like, it's a lot. And then you go in and you answering the same questions and you like taking the same picture. So it gets like a little crazy, a little overwhelming. But when it's all over, it's like, busy day down. We did it, man. Like,
great though,
it feels amazing.
Like, yo, I got a lot done today. Like,
yeah, it's amazing.
That's a fact.
Can you pass me that?
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, now we're in an interview, but what questions don't you like when people ask you?
Damn, I can't even think of it right now. Like, I really only know when I hear it.
No, I know I usually hear it all the time because I do red carpets, so people are like, so what's new in your life?
Yeah, okay, so yeah, questions like that, because it makes me feel like, okay, you're interviewing me and you never took the time to see what I was doing. Like, stuff like that. Like, you could tell when somebody is not, like, they're just interviewing you for like the name or like for like the headline, but it's never to really know who you are. That gets frustrating.
Like I like to do those 2 pre-questions before the camera's rolling.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, is there any topics you want to talk about? So it's like we don't waste our time on camera with it, you know?
Like even if you, and don't get me wrong, like you're not gonna know everything about everybody. Like you're not gonna know everything about an artist, but like at least do that.
Right.
Like, you know, like ask before we get on camera. So it's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm a singer. I'm from Harlem. Like it's basic things that people wouldn't know. So
What are some things you would want the people to know? Some questions maybe people haven't asked, if there are any.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
See, it's always hard when people ask you like straight up.
Yeah.
Like I can't think
I
of
like to be
any.
blunt sometimes, but we can
can't
circle
think of
back, let it
anything,
marinate, you know, and we'll.
Well, if you weren't singing, what would you think? What would your profession be if you weren't singing?
I would probably be a lawyer.
Oh, my sister's a lawyer.
What type of lawyer would you like to?
I would do entertainment law.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you would have to be entertainment though, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, I was gonna be a judge. I was gonna be wherever life took me. I just knew I wanted to be like in the law field, just because I'm great when it comes to arguing. I'm not argumentative, but
Are you the type to have like you writing in your notes? Like you gotta write stuff down, take points? Okay.
Yep. So when I say what I gotta say, you know, like I mean what I say, I got some stuff to back it up, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm really a passionate person, and whatever I do, it has to be expressive. And I feel like as a lawyer, I could do that.
Yeah.
Like I could, like, okay, no, this says X, Y, and Z, so this is what we're gonna do, like, you know.
Like contract
Yeah.
law. Things like that. Just
exactly.
Like, and then I wanted to, when you said that, I was like, okay, now we're gonna get into some juicy topics, because like, what are some shiesty things that you see going on in the industry with these contracts? Because I see things left and right that are just wild, you know. And these artists got to be careful.
I was with Amadeus the other day, and he had said he wanted to win a Grammy this year, and he didn't. So he was like, you know, he was bothered by that, and he was just talking about like the lack of respect for producers these days.
Right.
And I watch people, well, it happened to me. Like I bought a beat, I can't really say names, but like I had bought a beat from someone, and then it ended up on somebody who was bigger than me. It ended up on their album. But like they took like like of my song, the song that I made, because I sent it to the producer after I was done. And like all the like little nooks and crannies I had in my song, like he went and put it in his song too.
I just feel like with music, it's more of like a 0 to 100 thing real quick, because it's like, all right, I was just on the corner a week ago, now I got a hit song.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to know how to run around with these sharks in the entertainment business that have been doing this their whole life. Like, you can't negotiate.
But that's
with
the thing.
You know, like,
you should never put yourself out there if you don't have the knowledge, because all you're doing is hurting yourself.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like it's growing pains, and it's like, you know, I'm where I am, and I bumped my head 1,000 times. Like I have a dad that's in the industry, and my mom's been around for so long in this industry. Like they know right from wrong, but I still bump my head. I'm 23 years old. I still make, you know, bad decisions every now and then. It happens, but I'm not doing anything I know nothing about. So like, let's just say I was to blow up tomorrow, like everything just went into flames, and I was here in Paris in Africa, I would know how to move around. There's certain things I wouldn't know how to do, or like I would have to adjust to, but for the most part I would know what I'm doing, and you have to like have that.
From the outside looking in, like what are some things you think people get misconstrued about the industry, since you're so in it, that you would like to say, like, this is really how it is? Like people might think a certain thing, you know what I mean?
I think people think everybody in the industry, because they're a celebrity, that they're like nice and cool to hang around. Like certain people do certain things that don't fit what you do, so hanging out with them, you could just be guilty or a bad person by association. Like just because they got diamonds and money and this, that, and the third doesn't mean that they're a good person. You're gonna meet so many people that's so lit that you've been looking up to forever, and then you meet them, as like, you garbage, like, you know. But okay, let's see, I have stuff.
Taking some pics.
So okay, this is a big one. So
oh wow, that's a lot too.
Yeah. So like in 2016, this was November, so around this time, I was like, you know, just going through like a lot of transitions and stuff. Like I was going from being in a group to now being a solo artist. I was like just in the middle of like my growing process. And my aunt, she was telling me like, you know, just go write down a dream board of like all the things you want to do and like things you want to overcome. And when I look at it now, I see certain things like, oh, I want to buy my mom a house. I have things like that. But a lot of these things had to do with like my inner self, like things I wanted to fix, like trauma I wanted to get over. Like don't feel bad for wanting to do better for myself, like things of that sort.
Love that.
So now that was 2016, it's 2019 now, and it's just like a lot of these things I have touched, I haven't completely like overcome and like, you know, fixed, but I've like reached a lot of these points. And yeah, so that was this. I'm looking at it now, I'm pretty inspired, like yeah girl. Yeah, girl.
What's like what's your motto gonna be for 2020 going into the new year?
Oh, let go and let God.
Yes.
I see it right here. Let go and let God.
Yeah, this is circled.
Yeah. Oh, you see it on that one too?
Yeah, I see it right here. Travel the world. That's dope. Like let's say we got a G5 ready tonight. Where are we going? You know.
Oh, yeah. Where are we going? Cause I already got my bags packed. I want to go somewhere nice.
This may seem no. I want to go back to Jamaica. Okay. Yeah, I could go anywhere in the world, but like I was in Jamaica and I felt so different, and like I want to continue that feeling. So I would go back there for a little bit, and then I would go to Paris. So my mom could shop for me. Yeah. She'll have a ball. Yeah. She will have a ball. What?
I know.
And I can eat food all day.
I don't know about French food. I would go to Italy though.
I'm Italian, so.
Yes. Do you still have family there? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, that would be cool if you found your family. Like, what if it was like a cool like mob story? Like, that would be dope. Like, your grandfather was like a big mafia guy. Like, that would be fire.
That'd be lit.
Yeah, I would look into that. I definitely would look into that. But his dad is black. So like that side of the family I'm really connected with, but my grandmother's side, they like lived in Brooklyn. I'm sure a lot of people live in LA and Italy too. So I definitely would look into that.
And this one's another dream board?
Yeah, this was like a continuation of that one.
Okay.
So you want me to go to the next one?
Okay. Yeah, get comfortable.
Okay. Is my folder from. So this is my folder from when I worked at Olive Garden. This is the last job I had. The Olive Garden on 125th. We opened the store, like, so we were working there for like a month prior to it actually like opening. And this was like all of our. When you open the store, you have to like learn the business part of the store too, like because they move people out. Some people become managers, some people stay as hosts. You train people X, Y, and Z. So this folder like got me through all my training, and it sounds so simple, like oh, it's Olive Garden, like what's so hard? But like no, I learned every job in that place. Like I could manage the store, I could train people, I could do everything. So this was on my notes. Now the reason why I brought it was because like. Around that time I was still making music, but I was making music, I was in school, I had a boyfriend, I was like doing everything at one time, and I was struggling, but I was still happy that I was doing something for myself. Like I was getting up and going to get my own, like, you know, to get my own check and things of that sort. So it just reminds me of a time where I was struggling, but I was like still happy at the same time.
Were you in high school?
No, I was in college, and I had like left college at the same time. Then I ended up quitting my job. Like I was just
in the transition period.
Yeah, like really just like trying to figure it out. And I was young, I was like 17, 18 years old. So yeah, this reminds me of that. Like this helped with being a hard worker. Like I know what it's like to get up at 6 a.m. and come open a restaurant. Like that don't sound crazy to nobody, but like when you're in it, it is like you're preparing food for people. If the food is bad, somebody gets sick, you get sued, you're in trouble. Now it's like, you know, like it's a lot that really went into it. And to this day I would go back.
Celebrities had humbling jobs like this. Like Nicki Minaj worked at Red Lobster, like Salt and Pepper, Martin Lawrence worked at like Macy's, 34th Street, like, so that's cool.
And tying into being a child star, I'm kind of glad I was able to do this. Yeah. Like I know what it's like to have this under my belt. Yeah.
And people outside looking in would probably just be like, oh, you know, she probably has it easy and all that stuff, but they don't see. You know, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, like, man.
That's crazy you say that. My friend Jazz, we were talking about something, and she was like, honestly, Vina's the only person I like that blew up. That, you know what I'm saying? That still show love, because she's just, you know, she stayed humble. She always been around. Like, she just always speaks when she see me. So that just shows more of a side to you, more humble inside.
Thanks, y'all. So I got another. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so this, and it actually comes with like this big crown. But it's in stores.
Is this prom queen?
No. In 2003, I like did my first pageant. I remember I told you I was a dancer before, so like the pageant thing, I was like, I don't really know like about this, but we're gonna try it anyway. And I won. I actually won, and it was like a big deal. Like it was in the news and everything. Like it was really a big deal. And like that kind of, on top of being a ballet dancer, like this taught me like how to have voice and like, you know, how to speak to people and how to like greet people and look people in their eye when you're having a conversation. Like this really taught me how to be, I guess, a people person. And I was really young, like probably like 10, not even 10 years old, like 8 years old, 8, 9 years old. And I carried that from that age into now. And yeah, I look back on it and it's like, yeah, Miss Empire royalty, like that, like when you're in an entertainment business, you're taking what you love, but you're like, think of it as taking care of people. Like you're taking what you have and you're taking care of people. Like I have to please you. I have to make sure you like what you hear. I have to make sure you like what you see. That's my job, to completely entertain you. And if you're mean, if you don't have like certain things about you that draw people to you, like nobody's really gonna pay attention. So I'm thankful for moments like this because it taught me how to be a people person. It taught me how to please people and still look a certain way and speak a certain way. So although I only did the pageant once, the fact that I won let me know that I could do it and that I could just take what I learned from that and whatever I'm doing next, just carry it over. So, and my last one, my ring, says my grandmother's name. My grandmother, she lived in Brooklyn. She moved to the Bronx. She married my dad's father, which is a black man, as an Italian woman at that time. That was not okay.
It was like the 50s?
Yeah, like 40s, 50s, around there. And she married my grandfather, which that's where we got the last name Love from. She had my dad. And she dropped her family and like what she loved for who she loved and what she wanted.
Then accepted?
Yeah, exactly. Wow. And so that alone, I already look up to her, like just as a woman, like for her to do what she wanted to do no matter what anybody else said. Whether anybody felt it was right or wrong, she followed her heart, period. So that's that. Then on top of that, her style was immaculate. She wakes up every morning, 6 a.m. She does her makeup, eyelashes, nails. Her nails match her shoes, no matter what day it is. Wig propped up, outfit done, perfect. Like, and this little woman, so helpful. So the older I get, like I remind myself of her. And she had breast cancer for a long, long time. And she finally, like, when she passed, her best friend had like a lot of her jewelry. She had a ring. And it wasn't until I turned, my grandmother passed away, I was probably like 14. She didn't give me the ring until I turned 18 on Christmas. Now Christmas was like, you know, as an Italian woman, it's a big celebration, big deal. And she just always made it a big deal for as long as I can remember. So since she passed, like I made it a big deal in my life. So every time Christmas comes, we just have this whole big shebang, family comes. And for Christmas, her best friend, which is my aunt, gave me the ring. And I've had it since then. I wore it every single day, like probably like up until this year, like when I had to really start changing my clothes and stuff, I would take it off and like put it away. But I wear it like every day.
Like, how did you feel in that moment? Like,
I was crying, like when I seen the ring, I was like,
she even had a name ring though, like
yeah, oh yeah. My grandmother was fly. She, the way she dressed, like I really remind myself of her, like even down to my nails. Like she wore extremely long nails, always stylish. Like so, this means everything to me.
This had to be a confident, tough.
Oh,
woman.
what?
So, yeah, like,
she was.
Yo, that's
she was the GOAT.
That's awesome.
Yes. So before we wrap up, I feel like my vision board came out good, but I messed it up a little bit when I tried to do this arrow. I should never did that, but
let me see where I'm at. Oh, let me take this from you. Sorry.
Alright, so I chose the girl with the natural hair because I got natural hair.
Damn.
And I just like her. I watch Grownish, oh not Grownish, Mixed-ish. And she's like the main character. She just reminds me of me, like just super awkward, goofy, but still a cute girl. Then I got this food here. This stuff at the bottom looks nasty, but I love barbecue chicken and pita bread. I think it goes so well together. And then what else I got? I got my name K Dot, my brand Urban News. The Oceans Don't Care Who Wins. I feel like that's me because I feel like I have to win every day no matter what. Elegance is reborn. I feel like a year ago I wasn't myself. I wasn't happy. I was in a bad place. So I feel like I'm reborn this year, and I'm gonna even grow better in 2020.
Perfect.
Yes.
Fire. Should I go? Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like get anywhere.
That globe though, how did you do that?
Thank you. So Vina's world, I was like gonna put all the things like that are in my world. So I saw a cereal and I was like, yeah, it's lit, because I love cereal.
For real?
I would eat cereal 5 times a day.
I seen an interview of you eating cereal. Was that because you asked them that, or they had to
No,
eat
that was that's his show. So when he told me that was the show, I was like, really?
So
Oh,
you
this
was going
is
in, you was
lit.
like, which one?
No.
I don't forgot what platform I had seen.
Yeah, it was lit.
I know a show that does it. What's the name of that show?
Damn, I don't even remember.
It was on YouTube. I can't remember the name of it, but I seen it.
And like you eat cereal, or you talk about like cartoons and stuff. Like it was a dope show. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That was
dope.
different.
I would actually go back. I would go back and do that show again. Like it was
Part
fun.
2, we'll make sure to bring you some
Cereal.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a black cat. So okay, story about my black cat. I got this cat. This was like, I was in a relationship with like my first love at the time. I was mad young. I was living in Yonkers at the time. And I remember I was so sick. That's probably something people don't really know about me. I have like a trash immune system. Like I get sick really often. And so yeah, I was really sick. And he comes home with this box, him and my mom, and it's a little tiny black cat, like so cute and so tiny. And I was like, what are you gonna name it? And all I could say to the cat was baby. Like it just looks like a little baby cat. So I named the cat baby. Aww. And she would like climb up the curtains and like just
everywhere.
She was all over the place. And I just had her since then, like from a baby up until now. And she's just been around for so much. She's so mean now, but you know, her name is Baby. So this mean cat. And people come to my house and she's like, she's so mean. What's her name, Baby?
What?
Really?
Wait, so how old is she?
Oh, God.
What is cat years? Is it like, I know dog is like 7.
Cat years? I don't know.
Is it 9?
She's, in regular years, she's probably like around 7. Yeah, like 7, 8. So Black Wonder Woman. I put this really not even because of me. Well, I feel like I'm a Black Wonder Woman, but my mom, she's like, my mom does everything. Like she's the GOAT. I don't know how she do it. We go somewhere and she just, I don't know. She makes sure everything is intact. Just as a mom, as a manager, like, she's just really lit. And Air, my first single by myself, my first video by myself, and my first celebrity feature with Snoop Dogg. Yeah. My song is called Air, so I saw Air.
That was on the radio too, right? Ooh, I remember. How did it feel in that moment when?
Every time I hear myself on the radio, it feels new. It's never like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like I'm always excited. When I heard this when I heard this on the radio, I was in a cab. Like I was by myself. I was like leaving my house. Oh, I called everybody. Oh my God. Like I couldn't even record it because I was like freak, and I just got in the cab. Like literally, I just got in the cab. I was like, wait, turn it up. He's like, what's wrong? I was like, that's me. He's like, that shit was like, yeah.
Like a movie.
It was so funny. It reminded me of Mariah Carey and Glitter.
Yes, that's what
she was. She heard it in the cab. I was like, this can't be happening. And then another time I was in a cab with my cousin Bree. The same thing happened.
I love Bree.
But we was like, you do?
She's so sweet.
She gonna be so excited to hear that. Like, I was doing an interview, she said she loved you. But yeah, we was in a cab and we freaked out, but we was drinking. So that made it worse. Like the freak out was like a real freak out.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, you have to get out my cab. And we had to get out this man's cab, but the song was playing. Like it was just a mess. But yeah, every time I hear it, I get excited.
That's dope.
It's a great song.
So yeah, that's my vision board, even though it's not like, you know, finished. But
it's okay. If we got one time next time, I'm gonna tell you to bring the same exact one.
Yeah. I was kind of just putting mine together a little bit, but like, you know, I got the Maker's Mark because that's my favorite.
Oh.
And then I got like the Dom P up top because no matter what, like we're gonna be successful. But I think like the community in crisis is like we're gonna be successful, but we still gotta. There's still a lot of issues that are going on that we can use this platform to, you know, address. And I think I'd like to say one thing. I feel like, as someone who throws a lot of hip hop concerts in New York, I feel like there is a crisis with the way a lot of these venues have been dealing with, you know, the hip hop, you know, community. I recently did an event with Casanova, and they tried to shut us down. We had to find another venue. So I do think the hip hop community needs some more like political help in New York, just to, because we're trying to make our money in New York. We don't want to leave here.
Right.
So I think overall for all of us, like, that's important, and I just want to pay homage to the people here, K-Dot, yourself for coming through. And you know, I got a lovely girlfriend, so it is cuffing season. And then obviously Young Atlas, the platform where we're at right here, and you know, I just think we got to do this for New York, you know. So it's dope. We're in Harlem. We're in Vina's world. Like, this was a great. This was a great episode.
We just living in it.
Yeah. This was dope.
Now I gotta put Harlem World. Vina's Harlem.
Vina's Harlem World.
Yes, I want Harlem to adopt me already. I'm about to just bring my papers. I don't know if I need to. I don't know if y'all got a city hall over here.
Where you from?
I grew up in Long Island, but I'm living in Brooklyn now. I feel like Brooklyn adopted me. I feel like I'm Brooklyn's very own right now.
You're everywhere.
Yeah, I do. I adopt certain places. I feel the vibes, I adapt. She really put on Harlem World.
Oh yeah, I did. I put it. It's right there. I was dead serious.
I'm dead. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Of course,
and
thank you for having me.
Doing that crazy idea with us and letting us get the inside, you know, get the answers from the inside. I can't even say it. Getting answers from the inside of your brain. There you go.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
No problem. Oh, wait, are you dropping anything soon before we go?
So, I just put out my song Drip. The video is out now, so you can follow me on Instagram, VINA_LOVE. Click the link in my bio, you see the video. It's really dope. I love it so much. And the song is available on all streaming platforms. And I'm about to release some more stuff. So I'm excited.
Well, if you need a backup dancer, you know.
So whatever. It's lit. It's lit.
Whenever you holding auditions, just pull me up. Thank you again for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
And we are out.